Hi, my name is Erica Flores, and I want to tell you a short story. It's about my little brother. When we were young children, I remember that it took him a while to learn how to communicate verbally with other people. And, we were going through a lot of changes in our lives, and we actually moved from one country to another. So he was listening to different languages and going through a lot of changes. And I remember, people say, what is he saying? What did he say? And it took a little bit of while. And that might be the case for some children, that they're all developing at different stages in terms of their language development. And so I want to share with you some strategies on how can we really support the positive language development of young children so that we can really help them communicate freely with others. So the first strategy is that we want to speak with young children when we're talking to them in full and complete sentences with different varied words. And the more we speak to young children, the better they're going to learn new words. With the more variety of words that we speak, they're going to be hearing and learning more variety of words. When we speak with children, it can also be very helpful to talk quite a bit about the here and the now. So, if you have a ball in your hand, say, hey, look at this ball. I've got this ball in this hand. I'm throwing it at you. Can you catch it? Oh, you caught the ball. Yay. So when we're using words to describe all the objects and all the actions, the young child is making the connection between the objects and the actions that we're describing. And that's how they learn words. So we want to do this even from infancy, from the moment a young child is born, throughout all these years, and that's really going to help support that language development. The other strategy is we want to encourage the young child to communicate back. We really want to encourage them to speak. We want to encourage them to use the words they know. And this can even be with infants. Infants at the beginning, they will coo and they will babble and then they'll say their first word. When they become toddlers, they start talking more like in two-word sentences. The more they practice using these little two-word sentences like my ball, your water, then they start using three-word sentences. And when there's preschoolers, now they'll be able to talk more in more varied words and with 3 to 5 word sentences. And by age 5, we would ideally love all children to be able to express their ideas very freely. So we want to encourage young children to use their words, to talk to us, to use their language that they know wherever it is that they are in their development. Then the next strategy is that we really want to make conversations joyful. For us, the adults, to have very joyful conversations with children, to connect through our conversations, to become closer with each other, to make them fun and engaging. And the more conversations we have with children, the more they'll learn how to talk. And this even applies to infants. When an infant babbles, they go ba, 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 and I go ba, 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 your ball. Look at your ball. You're looking at this ball, aren't you? What do you want to do with this ball? And then wait for the infant, and they might go, and you can go, oh, you want to feel it, you want to see how it feels in your mouth? Okay, you can give it a try. Go, how does it feel? And they go, and you go, ooh, it feels good. That feels good on your new teeth that are coming out, doesn't it? I can tell just by looking at you. And then I wait for the infant to say something back to me, and then we can go back and forth and have a conversation. And this is really stimulating that infant's language development. With toddlers, they'll initially respond with short little sentences with 1 word or 2 words. That's fine, but just find it joyful to chat with the toddlers, to chat with the preschoolers. And when it becomes fun, it becomes a wonderful learning experience for everybody, and the children will want to continue learning to communicate. And the better they use language and words, well, this is a fundamental strategy needed for them later to learn how to read and write. So when you're helping children develop language, you're almost already teaching them how to read and write. So I invite you to have very joyful conversations with young children at home. Thank you for listening.